Eu estou eu estou transmitindo.
Fearless.
Você quer ver o que aqui?
Defensive mode engaged. Surge. Minions converge. Absorption test. Stand clear.
Observe the night cometh. Close your eyes. Night falls. Observe to dust.
Installation chamber deployed. Ultimatum protocol. A moonlit night for all. Whoa. Animal test 6308. Animal hypostasis emulation.
The long sleep beckons. Be silent.
Escofié, Furina, minha.
A little amuse bouche. Can I go back? Time to shine. He's lolling. He's Papa. Get him. Cleanup sequence initiated. Annihilation mode. Minions converge. Stand clear.
Observe. Be silent. Feel the dark. Observe to dust.
Oxygen breather. Let the world collide. A burst of flavor. Show no mercy. Fulfill our path. Surge. The pinnacle of excellence. Defensive mode engaged. Wave. A new moon rises. Ultimatum protocol.
Close your eyes. The night cometh. Be silent. Night falls. Observe to dust.
A little amuse. Strike a pose.
Ai, vai ter que ser isso aqui.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Get to work. You two. Time to burn it down. Pyroclastic surge. Let's light it up. I'm going in. Show no mercy. Keep lolling. Keep pop. Wrath from the sky. Bring it. Get to work. Light of the blazing sun.
Por que minha Malvoica não tá dando mais nuke? Será que eu tô errando alguma coisa? Desaprendi a jogar com ela?
You two. Time to
Ó,
try and
que
stop me.
loucura.
Pyroclastic surge.
A boneca é bruta demais.
Another Time to
Oi,
shine.
Murilo.
Three moons converge. Paradigm shift. Off to the freezer. A burst of flavor. Shower me with praise. Let my name echo and surge. Fearless. A moonlit night for all. Goose on the loose. Merciless. Oh, brilliant! Another straw goes out.
Mesca que tá mais forte que minha Malvoica, parece.
Hear the echoes of the valley. Let's light it up. Everybody stand. Show no mercy. Light it up. Light of the blazing sun. Bring it. Keep lolling. Eat papa. Fulfill our pact. Show no mercy. Teamwork is dream. Suffer the wrath of the wrath from the sky.
Ai, eu entendi o que eu tava fazendo de errado. Eu tava dando habilidade mental. Antes de ultar.
Letting brave names echo. Get to work.
Agora ela deu 1.000.000 de dano.
Pyroclastic surge.
1.100.000.
What a waste of time. Strike a pose. Time to shine. Annihilate. A dash of frosting. A burst of flavor. A new moon rises. We have the right time.
Olha, essa velhinha é muito forte.
Off to the freezer. Goose on the loose. Yoo-hoo! Let my name echo in song. Three moons converge. Merciless. Paradigm shift. Let's light it up. Everybody stand back. You two. Time to end them. Rise with the sun.
Aqui eu
Light of
consigo.
the blazing sun.
Eita! Tem um lobo. E agora? Será que eu vou ter que trocar?
Teamwork is dreamwork. Suffer the wrath of Eastly. Light it up. Wrath from the sky.
Vou. Vou tirar o Bennett e botar a Surcros. Surcros tá C6 mesmo. Eu acho que talvez eu perca um pouco de dano.
Lolling. East Papa. Get him. Light of the blazing sun.
Tá de memória do sacrifício.
Rev the engines.
Aí, tá de artefato de Natlan.
Animal test 6308.
A Shlane tá de Petra Arcaica.
Stand clear.
Meu amor, não sou besta, não.
Suffer the wrath of East. Wrath from the sky. Try and stop me. Bring it.
Mililif é bom só pra
Hear the echoes of the valley.
Columbina.
308.
Pra Columbina no time da Skirk. É muito específico.
East Papa. Get him.
Se você viu colocando Mililif na Skirk, na menina. Ai, meu narizinho tá coçando.
Attack the frosting. The pinnacle that strike a pose. Time to shine.
Meu Deus, bugou!
Into the vault. A little amuse-bouche. At first, yoo-hoo. Flame. Let my name echo in song. A moonlit night for all. Merciless. Paradigm shift. Attack the frosting. Goose on the loose.
Isso que dá jogar que nem um cavalo. Ai, que voz deliciosa.
Burn it down. Try and stop me. Fulfill our pact. Stand clear. Suffer the wrath of the pyroclastic surge. Full throttle. Bring it. Animal test 60. Show no mercy. Fulfill our absorption test. Let engraved names echo. Enhanced animal marker. Lolling. East Papa. Get him. Full throttle. Wrath from the sky. Ugh, how annoying. Ugh, show no mercy. Stand clear. Rise with the sun. Light of the blazing sun. On for the breeze. Shower me with praise. Let the world come alive. The pinnacle of excellence. Fearless. Into the void.
Ah, a velhinha.
Attack the frost. Extinguish.
Você achou ela difícil de enfrentar?
Have my lifetime to perfect. Yes. Strike a pose.
Ai,
Time to shine. Surge. A burst of flavor.
por que você tá rindo?
Merciless. Paradigm shift. A moonlit night for all.
que ela tá mais forte. Bem mais forte. Aqui no Abismo. E ela tá bem mais... Eu apertei bola? Meu Deus, eu apertei bola. Continuar.
Light it up. Animal test 6308. Let's get to work. You two. Time. Hear the echoes of the valley. Animal hypostasis. Rise with the sun. Rev the engines. Stand clear. Bring it. Show no mercy. See, Laline. Eat Papa. Pyroclastic surge. Rev the engines. Absorption test. Animal test. You two. Time to end them. Light of the blazing sun. Off to the freezer. The pinnacle of excellence. Yoo-hoo! Let the world collide.
Olha como é muito mais fácil. Amor.
Three moons converge. A burst of flavor.
Ó. Olha isso.
A little loose. Let my name echo in song. Strike flame.
Não, tô falando que é muito mais fácil de coisa com Skunk e Scoffy. Também. É... Eu não acredito que eu gastei minha resina. Que evento é esse? É chato? Ai, já tô vendo que já é chato. Ai, meu pai. Ter dois anemos, que são dois de vento. Ah. Ah, tá ótimo. Tem que ficar em cima da ult dele, que ele dá buff de ataque. Você caiu. Soco de quem? É do diabo, não entra não. Ô, porra, eu vou ter que ir lá em Natlan. Sério? Cadê? Uai, não entendi. Mas tá encaixando. O desenho, a textura. Ah. Foi? Achei chato. A minha filha, quem é Mavuca domina, dá licença. Cuica.
Show no mercy! Let's light it up!
Rise with the sun!
Incinerate!
Tô mais confuso ainda esse daqui. Eu sei. Porra! Beber cocô, né? Porque puta que pariu.
Let's ride. Try and stop me. Bring it.
Everybody stand back. Eat Laline, eat Papa.
Pyroclastic surge.
Eu acho que você deveria. Hã? Ué, ué.
Full throttle.
E eu. E... Eu tô. Casar comigo, você deveria. Isso que eu deveria fazer. Capture momentos engraçados. Que isso, é um momento engraçado? Gente, isso aqui é Pokémon Slap. Isso que é muito Pokémon Slap. Isso é um momento engraçado? Isso é um momento engraçado. Vai, faça algo engraçado. Gosto. Gostei. Acho. Não. Agora não. Pegaria. É a filha da Klee. É a filha da Elise. No inferno. Não. Não, uma criatura. Ele é. As the Abismo complete of motion. Sai daqui! Não quero ver você, não. O Conato. O Canato. Eu tenho que fazer o quê? Conclua a primeira fase de Arcano Popular enquanto usa um conjuntor capa da prova de temporada atual. Di. Eu odeio o layout desse jogo. Como é que eu troco de roupa? A animação do Murilo. Quanto que é o passe? R$ 28. Ai, ai. Bebê. É isso aqui, é? Usa. Errei. Amor, minha roupa. Sai fora. Oh! Maldito! Só... Acho que não morreu ninguém na minha. Uai, eu não lembro. Eu não lembro de morrer ninguém não, uai. Bom, né? Eu não lembro, gente. Gente, caralho, eu não lembro. Não, não, tô em Nátula. É a Varese que passou ali. Não, 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 não. Desgraçados. Como é que eu... Cadê aqueles desafios rapidinhos? É só eu entrar e sair, né? Que brilho de pérola. Minha cara que eu brilho de pérola nem lastra. Me respeita. Respeita, me respeita.
I will
Tá.
follow where you lead. Please select target for cleanup sequence. I want to help.
Ai, que bonitinha minha roupa. Você viu minha roupa? Acho que eu seria assim, sabia?
Witness my magnificence!
Sim.
This is how it must be. I want to help. Cleanup sequence initial. Let me scribe. Written in the stars. Enhanced animal module 75. Preparing for dust up. A new moon rises. Stand clear. Absorption test. Defensive mode engaged.
Nossa, tá ficando muito escuro o céu. Ver o quê? Eu ganhei? Eu ganhei. Eu ganhei alguma coisa? Eu acho que não ganhei nada, velho. Velho, eu completei! Adivinha o personagem. Vou jogar essa desgraça. Single player. Será que tem que ser single player? Não fala, né? Também esse jogo é um inferno. parear essa porra. Aceito desse caralho. Oi. Mãe, tá preto, você viu? Uai. Uai. É a Amber. A Bárbara é esse daí. Tu quer adivinhar onde? É esse aqui? Ai, pode ser a Mona. Mas é 4 estrelas. É a Bárbara. Eu não entendi. Linette? Quê? Eu não entendi. O quê? Eu não entendi nada então. Meio que foda-se. Por mim. O negócio vai confuso. Pronto. Nunca mais eu vou entrar lá mais. Deixa eu ver. 9 tiros. Falta só mais um. Pirâmide. A missão do vaca é grande? Você acha que uma missão secundária. Deixa. Eu vou fazer a missão do Varca logo, que é pra garantir isso aqui. Vai acabar, já vai acabar, ótimo. Verifica a carta. Que carta? Eu tenho uma carta aqui. Gente, o Vaca me deu soft block. Dodoco encantado, de Dulce. Dois pais! Verifique. Ah. Ah, perdi minha amiga. Você faz. Tá.
Oh, it's from the tone deaf bard.
11.000 quilômetros. Metros. 11.000 metros dá quantos, gente? Quilômetro. 11 quilômetros. É. Nossa, então Teyvat é pequena, né? Que é aquilo? Por que ficou duro? Ai. Tem uma parte que ele bebe alguma coisa ali geme muito forte no evento.
Ah, welcome back, old friend. And how should I be addressing you these days? The honorary knight of Mondstadt? The Tumaini of Natland? Or the great hero of Nodcry?
Wow, you sure have your finger on the pulse. We barely caught our breath.
News travels fast on the wind. But before I can turn your my wine and my lyre are at the ready. So please, traveler, take...
O que foi que ela falou?
Amazing! Incredible! The Rapier of Solnari
Ela tá
and
tipo
the
duro.
Doctor? Truly a tale for the ages! So, I'm guessing the Wild Hunt is a thing of the past now that you've defeated the Rapier of Solnari.
Seems that way. We were kind of focused on dealing with the doctor, though.
Well, that's good to hear. Hey, now that the Northern Abyss calamity is finally resolved, Varka must be getting ready for the triumphant return of his expedition. I haven't seen him in the longest time. He must have...
Right!
Let's call it half asleep. I was resting my eyes in the Thousand Winds Temple one day when I heard a commotion outside. It was a young knight who had journeyed there in search of trials and oracles after hearing some tall tales at the local tavern. In fact, all that awaited him were moss-covered walls and an angry ruin guard. But he seemed completely unfazed, laughing heartily as he sent the ruin guard's missiles flying off into the horizons.
Huh! They must have been making quite a racket if it was enough.
Yeah, it sounded...
Hey! Is that all you've got? Oh, bring it on!
like that.
Giving up already? You're not half as tough as Vargas said.
A young knight of Favonius trekking out to the Thousand Winds Temple in search of adventure.
A bard in green clothes. I was just wondering how I was gonna...
Oh! So you were looking for the tone-deaf bard? Strange place.
Hold on. Blonde hair, white hair. You must be the honorary knight. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lowen, vice captain of the 5th Company of the Knights of Favonius and a member of the...
Oh, so you're part of the expedition, huh? Right!
That's probably because when the Wild Hunt was still running rampant, I spent most of my time out on my own. making mincemeat. Then, once the wild hunt calmed down,
No wonder we never saw you while we were dealing with the doctor. So, why did Barca send you back?
deliver some letters. There's one for the Knights of Favonius, one for the church, another for the Dawn Winery, at least 10 of them in total.
Jeez, how many people has he sent to deliver his mail now? Mika, in fact, he's earned himself a new nickname. Let's go with...
I'll have you know that poetry and letters, so tone deaf or not, I wear the title of Bard with pride. And I consider Sir Wrights-a-Lot to be.
Wait, really? Darn it! Maybe I'm...
Anyway, since this young man has come all the way to the Thousand Winds Temple, look.
You sure are. To use the Grand Master's own words.
This one is for the bard in green clothes. These days, I think he goes by Venti. Doesn't really have an address as such. You could start by asking around in Mondstadt, or maybe try your luck at the...
I figured that since there was this punching bag here, Ruin Guard, I could get some practice in while I was at it. So, I came right here the sec...
That Barker is so slapdash sometimes. It's a good thing we happen to be nearby.
Tudo de quê?
Oh, he also said to remind you to write back.
Nothing in particular. Just some idle chatter between two drinking buddies. Verka gave you a whole bunch of letters to deliver, right? Maybe you...
My thoughts exactly. Assuming I can find the way. Hopefully the roads haven't changed too much since the pre-expedition days.
Well, why don't we have Mondstadt's honorary knight escort this homeward-bound wanderer to the city? I'm sure some of the recipients of Varka's letters will turn out to be old friends of yours, too.
Let's go!
Thank you so much, honorary knight. And...
The abyss, the wild hunt. Andreas, get home safe, Varka.
Oi!
Why do my ears feel so hot all of a sudden? Is someone Surely there's no way anyone found the secret stash of cash in my office. That would be terrible.
Grandmaster, they had time to get distracted. Watch out! Enemies approaching!
Huh? Oh, it's just a few stragglers. They're no real threat to us. This expedition is almost over. We just need to deal with these final... We will make our
Voltar em triunfo! Ah! Mas aí, né, falta o elemento. Por que? Você gostou dele? Ah, pois é.
It seems like all that's left is their primal urge to destroy.
Foi assim que você pegou o Neuvillette? O que mais? Quer dizer, foi pior ainda, né?
If this is all that the Wild Hunt can muster now, surely the Lightkeepers of Nodcry will...
Gente, eu vou ligar, eu vou jogar o lixo ali, já volto. Ai, ai,
Just like I
gente.
thought. What we should be wary of now is...
Grandmaster, based on Lightkeeper intel and our own reconnaissance.
Good. You know
Tem
the
que
drill.
negociar.
Stay here and...
Yes, Grandmaster.
É.
We meet again, Andreas.
So, you've returned from Monster. Don't you want to see what it looks like now? I was planning to take a look around it myself. Perhaps you could be my guide.
What's this? An echo from 1,000 years ago? Everything seems normal so far. Here's hoping I'm just overthinking things. It's your turn, my friend. Come, Andreas!
Although, for returning to your old home, perhaps Andreas is a little too ostentatious. Might be better to go...
Boreas.
Huh?
Injustice. Corruption. Iniquity.
Caralho, que bonito o visual dele.
Is the surface world still as wretched and foul as ever? Answer me, heir to the knighthood of Boreas.
Looks like I'm not getting out of this without a fight. That's where things stand with the expedition. The victors will be returning home soon, so... P.S. I hope everyone's keeping up with their daily training. I'll be testing PPS. I wrote individual letters for each and every one of you. Don't forget to write back.
Everyone gets one? Wow! Sure writes a lot.
I guess the Grandma. Even I got a letter. Jean? Oh, yes. That.
By the way, anyone know where I can find the...
You mean Kaya? Allegedly. Tell.
Hi, Mom Bess. There'll be lots of familiar faces there.
Really? Oh, that would be a great help.
Our thanks to you.
Great. But I heard that another
Very well.
I will. Goodbye.
Grandmaster offered lots of advice in his letter regarding my recent assessments. So, honorary knight? He wants to test me to see if my skills have regressed? I still haven't forgotten how he went easy on me last time. I'm assuming you must have seen him going all out before. When the time comes, you'd better keep an eye on him for me.
Ah, the Grand Master. The archives are filled with documents. On another note,
Honorary Knight, you're still here?
Huh? But Vark is coming back. The situation in Nakrai is stable. Surely things are looking up.
True. From what it seems that Mondstadt no longer faces any, and yet, for some reason...
If I don't make it back from this expedition, you'll have to assume the mantle of Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. If it comes to that, remember to train the next Knight of Boreas in my stead. I've planted some promising seeds in Mondstadt, but they still need time to grow. Some have yet to master the art of social interaction. Some don't yet understand that they too need protecting. And some... well, what's wrong? Well, there's no need to frown. I'm going on an expedition, not marching to my death. This is all just a contingent until I return. I leave them in your...
The lineage of the Knights of Boreas has nearly been extinct. The first wandering knight to claim the title arrived in Mondstadt. He was as free as the wind. He left no succession plan behind. Even his name was lost to history. The title of Boreas could have disappeared from Mondstadt just as he did. But he had an informal disciple, a knight named Ravenwood, who admired the Knight of Boreas greatly. When the old aristocracy tried to regain power, Ravenwood came once more to Mondstadt's defense.
Wolf spirit? You mean that big blue wolf in Wolfenden?
Correct. As you may already know, the Wolf of the North is the surviving spirit of an ancient god. And the Knight of Boreas serves as an intermediary between him. Lupus Boreas, who had never known what it meant to love, came to understand it through the journey with his human companion. This was once a well-known tale in Mondstadt. But these days, few people are aware that the starting point of the Wolf King's journey was not Mondstadt, but Nodcry.
Huh?
The great Wolf King of the North came here from Nodcry. Although he doesn't like to speak of his past. In fact, he rarely shows himself to people at all nowadays. As such, this tale can only be found deep within the Knights of Favonius library. The Grand Master didn't disclose any concrete objectives before departing on his... I kept my speculations to myself. You experienced the turmoil caused by Dvalin, the East Wind's actions for yourself.
No wonder Varga wasn't clear about his motives. Is that what he was worried?
Very possibly. He was probably also reserving judgment. Having heard about your experiences in Nodcry, and as it turns out, the calamity born in the north wasn't an ancient god, but rather the Wild Hunt and the Doctor. I guess we were both jumping to conclusions. Yes, I completely agree. The tide can turn rapidly in times of battle. It's a leader's responsibility to prepare for every possible contingency. even if his
Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley.
The Grand Master wrote in his letter that the Boom Blossom bombs we sent worked real.
Uncle Mark is coming home! Yay! I can't wait to go outside and play! That turned into a pretty long conversation, huh? We should probably go deliver those letters to the...
Light it up! Rev the engines!
When you're mixing drinks in hot weather, start by pouring in cold water.
Please. I've known that little trick for a good 10 years.
I know there's no one else in the tavern right now, but do you two really need to talk so loudly? Especially if you're supposed to be...
Hiya! Rosaria! D-Luke! Paimon knew we'd find you here!
Looks like it's about to get even...
A little liveliness never killed anyone. Traveler, Paimon, what brings you our way?
Please allow me to once again express my sincere condolences regarding your late father and the incident with Eric. We make absolutely no excuse for his crimes. I hope you will give some serious consideration to the question I asked you before I...
From the look on your face, I'm guessing...
He nags like an old man. It's hardly surprising.
Huh?
Nothing, real. He, asked me if I'd consider rejoining...
Yeah, right! Sounds like you...
Whatever details I chose to omit are in the past. Dragging them back up now...
You say that now, but back then, you couldn't let it go. You and the Knights of Favonius were constantly at odds.
I wasn't seeing... But... both the Grandmaster and the acting Grandmaster are... too upright and honorable. I can't see the shadows that lurk beneath them, do...
If I had a Mora for every time I've heard you repeat that argument. I actually don't disagree with the
When you join an org...
You think so? Never mind the Knights. Have you honestly ever been bound by the rules of the Church?
Good question. Have you considered that...
Are they arguing or not? It's kind of hard to... Oh!
What should I... Republic order inside the city? Monster activity in the wild? Oh.
My reply won't...
If you hadn't had to deliver that guy's mail, you wouldn't have been subjected to all this tedious arguing. When I write back, I'll tell him to quit making trouble for a—
It's no trouble. Lowen did most of the work. We just volunteered to do the last leg of the journey. Mostly so we could come say hello.
So you see what's really going on here? All three of us—
Huh? Scheme? What do you mean?
No. While I'm sure Varka knows full well that Diluc would never agree to rejoin the Knights, I believe the sentiments he expressed were genuine, as was his offer to welcome Diluc back. There are people like Kaya and I, and then there are those who are true champions of justice to the core. Those people— not only that, but it happened to a Knight of Boreas. That'll really hit home for Varka. And that's why his nagging is even more persistent than usual. Yeah. So no one's told you this before? The lineage of the Knights of Boreas had near—
Oh! Wasn't Jean telling us about this? Wait. And then we got caught up talking about the expedition, and we never got around to the second time.
I happened to hear about it from Varka once when he was drinking and started yammering on. The second crisis in the Knights of Boreas lineage. It was 500 years ago. Although the Knights of Boreas are meant to be intermediaries between humans and wolves, in practice, of those who have the— But 500 years ago, there was one who earned the respect of Boreas even before gaining the title. He was a disciple of Rostam. They Although the Knights of Boreas He was the perfect knight. Righteous, principled. His name was Roland, the blood-stained knight.
Yikes! Bloodstained Knight? That sounds a little ominous.
Well, apparently his original title was the White Knight. But he lost countless comrades during the Abyssal Calamity fight. The endless bloodshed stained his sword and armor a crimson as deep as black, transforming the White Knight into the Blood-Stained Knight. After that, he threw himself completely into battling monsters, leaving Mondstadt and... It's hard to say whether the loss of an important figure in his life is what... But had he known that the Knights of Favonius would always... So if you want my opinion... The reason why Varka keeps asking Diluc to rejoin, despite knowing that he'll never... After all these years, he's still as persistent as ever. Just like how he...
Huh. Turns out Varka's a lot more thoughtful than he lets on. Paimon had the wrong idea. Anyway, there's still something about this whole Boreas business that Paimon isn't really getting. Wasn't Andreas a god in Mon? If so... Why did Jean say that Boreas and the Wandering Knight only arrived here just 1,000 years ago? Poland. That's a great idea! What's going on here? Was Bulbumdum always like this?
Stop right there! Answer me this. The 2 letters I gave you, who are they for?
2 letters? Wasn't it 3?
Okay. Well, Paimon's coolest naive expression doesn't appear to be an act.
Hey! What are you trying to say? Wait, what are you trying to say, huh? Huh? Paimon passed a test?
You may dispense with your suspicions. The wolf pack has borne witness. A familiar...
Well, if the boss of Wolvendom has vouched for you, I guess I should apologize. Sure was. Something seems... You should check on him.
Rev the engines!
We should, take a break after all that running around. Yeah, let's rest here for a bit. How many forging commissions do I still have to finish? Let's see. 1, 2... not so many as I thought. I'll get to them tomorrow.
Lupus Boreas, not injured. Why so weak? Am I not strong?
You are not to blame. With your Iron Claw, you successfully blocked their attacks. They followed my trail from the distant north across the ley lines. They sought to corrupt the territory I protect. We meet again, human Lupical.
So, are you saying that the wild hunt we just got attacked by came all the way...
As you know, I stand before you as an incomplete being. I am but one remnant of the god, the source of this turmoil. I can sense it. It lies in the north. It is the part of me that remains in Nodcry, from whence I came.
Huh? Now Paimon's even more confused. How can you be in two places at
For many gods, housing a part of their soul within an object is no difficult feat. But those who can perform such delicate partitions as this are rare, even among the gods. The Wolf King, Andrius, was particularly adept in this art. Otherwise, no remnants of his soul would have survived.
Huh? The bard's back?
Tone Bard? What are you doing?
Maybe the god of Animo guided me here. For it appears that someone is in need of a... Who better than a bard to do the honors? Lord Boreas, do it... Lupus Boreas wandered the frozen tundra and stumbled into the Seelie Hall. Enchanted by their song, about the ways of humankind, the wolf bade farewell to his home and set off for the city to the south. As the high tower crumbled and the fierce winds fell silent, Lupus Boreas, who once had hunted with the storm winds himself, looked within and inquired. Was the shelter he provided for the wolf entrusted those under his protection? 500 bitter winters passed, then 500 equally frigid springs. He slumbered undisturbed until a night stumbled in from the cold, just as Lupus Boreas had once done at the Seelie Hall, and awoke him at long last. The knight asked the wolf to join him on a journey south, to see once more the land that had all but faded from his memory. The gentle wolf, unwilling to refuse the human's earnest plea, split his soul into two halves and left his home once more. Seeing how the ice and snow had given way to verdant plains, hearing the laughter and song that now filled the once somber... So, this is the world the human... Though the knight's journey was not yet over, the wolf chose to bid farewell to his companion here. He had written the end to his story. What knowledge he had... Well, that's how a bard would tell the tale. Lord Boreas, is there anything you'd like to add?
There is no need for you to ask that question.
So that's what happened. You returned to Mondstadt with that knight 1,000 years ago, and then, for the sake...
You need not feel remorse on my account. If anyone should feel regret, it is the part of me who remained in Notcry. I fear Andreas has not found peace in his heart even. That is surely why those vile aberrations were...
But we followed Boreas' trail in Notcry.
Andreas should still be slumbering by the lakeside. And there's more. I detect another familiar scent from across...
Oh, the White Knight who became the Bloodstained Knight? The mighty...
I remember him as just a man. His lifespan should be no longer than any other of his kind. It was the ancient kingdom of Conria, as you call it.
If you want to get to the bottom of this, I'm afraid you'll have... As luck would have it, another old friend of ours just so happens to be free right now. If you ask him nicely, he...
No wonder I can suddenly sense the east wind's presence.
If even Mondstadt has been affected by the fallout, Nodcry must be in real trouble.
Varka, is he in danger?
I believe too many passengers would slow our dear friend down. I fear he only has room to carry one person, along with perhaps a...
Alright, wish it could be me, but I accept that we should send our strongest warrior. I'll stay here and deal with any wild hunt that try harassing.
I stay in Mondstadt too. With...
Razor, give me your iron. Golden-haired traveler, give this token to the current. It is a wolf spirit. It contains my power and thoughts.
The Dominator of Wolves once bestowed the power of his soul upon his pack, strengthening their hearts and sharpening their claws.
But human hearts and flesh cannot bear the soul of a wolf directly. It would be akin to forcefully merging a human and a wolf into one being. They would descend into chaos. To prevent the... Although, truth be told... Black, the great wolf king of the north, remains strong for now. Besides, do I not have the protection of my Lupercal?
I will protect Lupercal. The North and Varka?
Just give me the word whenever you're ready. Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably have to hit the root of this turmoil lies with the remnant soul that he once left Nodcry and braved the blizzards to confront the god of storms and claim the right to rule. Yet even instead, he returned to the north when the wolf spirit... Any questions before you set off? 500 years ago, Roland seemed destined to become the might. He believed firmly in his own ideals of chivalry. Neither his mentor, the wolf pup Rostam, nor the Grand Master. But what was the scent that reeks of blood that Lupus Boreas sensed? Any questions before you set off? Better at the soul of a... But human hearts and flesh cannot contain the soul. That's why Lupus Boreas developed the technique. In fact, there is an ancient song that tells this tale. A weapon once of common iron, now through friendship turned divine. Twixt man and wolf, a bond was... Any questions before you set off? All right, over to you, Dvalin!
The Knight of Boreas awaits below. We must part ways here. Barbatos and I have other plans.
All right.
The enemy's on the brink of collapse!
Grandmaster! It...
Haha! Reinforcements! It's about time!
And Paimon too!
We're just about hanging in there. Most of their grunts are taken care of now. Their leader's gonna have to make a decision soon. Fight or flight? What will it be, mightiest knight of Boreas?
As expected, this hastily summoned Wild Hunt horde is nothing but a disorganized rabble. But they have served their purpose. To attack. Farewell. Whether you choose to resist me or not, I shall...
Guess they're retreating for now.
So that Wolf of the North lookalike, that was Andreas? Ugh, forget that. We can save the details for later.
Ah, there's no point chasing after him. We've crossed blades already, and it ended in a stalemate. Right now, there's nothing we could do about him. True. We're still not certain of his true identity, but whether he's a god corrupted by the killing him might be just about possible. Especially now that you're here. The difficult part is, we can't...
Huh? What do you mean?
No. Judging from our skirmishes so far, I don't think he's got any special abilities of that caliber. Nor does he have the ridiculous level of power wielded by the Five Sinners. But, compared to Rerir, our current foe clearly has a better understanding of how to exploit Nodcry to his advantage. Particularly when it comes to Andreas. Exactly. Sounds like you realize what the crux of the issue. I managed to cut off a sample from our foe, which Albedo and Durin are analyzing as we speak. Meanwhile, our other ally, we still have some big challenges ahead before this expedition can finally...
Perfect weather for now.
The meeting's probably gonna be in the biggest tent, right? Looks like a bunch of people are there already. Why don't we go chat with them?
Hey, Honorary Knight. Looks like pretty much every... Albedo and Durin are just wrapping up their analysis. You want to wait for them here? Great. While we're waiting... And that's where things stand. The Wild Hunt is no longer under the Reikir of Solnari's control. But it has been reborn from the ashes, and is now launching widespread attacks. Intel from the Frostmoon Scions and the Curatorium of Secrets corroborates this. No disturbances have been detected in the space where Rerir resides. What we are facing here is a completely new foe.
Summarizing current situation. To confirm, the present leader of the Wild Hunt is the creature resembling...
More precisely, it's the external will that has seized control of Andreas' spirit. Namely Roland, the Bloodstained Knight.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. I'm completely lost. Isn't how'd he suddenly get wrapped up with a god from 1,000 years in the past? And...
Allow us to explain that part. Are you familiar with compensation mechanisms? When an organism sustains damage, for example, when one kidney is damaged, the other will be strengthened to compensate. Or, similarly, when the Wild Hunt lost their leader, the Abyss harnessed the memories that flow throughout the... That new leader is a mirror image of Roland, the Bloodstained Knight.
Right. No matter how strong the compensation, the Roland replica can't possibly imitate Rerir's overwhelming power, nor his ability to disguise himself as others. So, the Abyss made use of the connection between Roland and Berir.
The replica corrupted, and to control... However, exactly why the Abyss chose Roland to mimic?
I guess he must have gotten caught up with the Abyss or Nodcry somehow during his wanderings through...
Okay, Paimon gets all that, but what did you mean?
We can't kill him right now, because a dead god may prove more dangerous than a living one. From intelligence gathered during the expedition, we have reason to believe that the power released when a god is felled can have catastrophic consequences for us mortals. Worse still, the wrath that remains after a god's passing becomes a source of endless turmoil. Once god remains contaminate the land, they will persist for thousands of years. This land has already been ravaged by the Wild Hunt. If we add god remains to the mix, it'd be like adding salt to an open wound, placing everyone who lives here in peril.
Query. While I can indeed find records of disasters caused by god remains in my database, there also appear to be cases of gods dying naturally with no ill effects. In that land, the passing of the Pyro-Archon's flame is a common occurrence throughout history, and even the part of Andreas who remains in Mondstadt has experienced death once before, has he not?
Great question. Glad you asked. Honorary Knight, you said Lupus Boreas gave you a token to pass on to me? Please, present it now. It should help explain things faster. Come forth, Boreas!
This form has come to the end of its time. I'm afraid I can accompany you no further on your journey. My soul will fall into silence, and my power will flow into the ley lines of this. Do not grieve for me, for this is the end I have chosen. Instead, a final wish before I slumber. Sing me a song. That melody you so often hummed in the taverns.
You saw it too. You must have keen powers of perception. Not that it surprises me. That was Boreas' final thoughts before merging with the ley lines. It's the reason Mondstadt remains unharmed by his god remains. In his final moments, he made a choice to give everything he was to the ley lines. All to protect Mondstadt from harm.
Sounds like Andreas spent thousands of years searching for his place in the world, too.
Yes. And now our task is to return the answer he found. Only then can he break free from the corruption and control of the Abyss, and make that decision once more.
I see. I would say that planting thoughts inside the mind of a god sounds a little far-fetched, but since it was his own wish to begin with, it...
Wait, we already have a perfect solution?
Ha ha ha. If only it were that simple. Unfortunately, this one thought alone is unlikely to be powerful enough to break through the Abyss's control and reach Andrew. We need to find a way to make the thought within this sword stronger and more resilient.
For now, Boreas needs all his remaining strength to fight against the abyssal corruption to Mondstadt's ley lines. He can't afford to send us any more of his power. However, since his form was unstable during his journey with the first Knight of Boreas, many wolf spirit fragments were left behind along the way. If we can collect those fragments, we can use them to strengthen the decision to merge with the ley lines.
So we need to retrace his steps and look for random fragments? But they could be anywhere between Notcry and Mondstadt. It'll be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
You don't need to worry about that. There's a few fragments left to gather in Notcry, but most of them are already inside this sword. I've been collecting them during the whole expedition.
Huh? Wait.
I mean, it's an expedition, not a stroll in the park. Each step of the way... Not just the Wild Hunt in the Abyss, but ancient god...
Sounds like this plan was a long time in the making. It's almost as if you foresaw the future.
As a matter of fact, I did. I caught a glimpse of fate's reflection. But I can't take credit for it. It was all thanks to the help of a few... Still, all I foresaw was that an abyssal calamity was brewing in the north. Had I known more, we could have saved a lot of energy. Instead, we've had to make best guesses, prepare for every possible scenario. If all that preparation went to waste, all the better for it. Sure is. Just one crucial step remains. We need to gather the last few wolf spirit fragments. According to what Boreas told me before we left Mondstadt, his form was at its most unstable at the beginning of his journey. But of course, we've been tied up fighting battles since the day we set foot in Nodcry. First with the Wild Hunt, then with the Doctor. So, it wasn't until...
Okay.
I managed to gather... As for the third fragment, we've identified a general search area to focus on. But we'll need all hands on deck to pinpoint... The final snag is that since our foe is a replica of Roland, he too will be aware of Andrias' history. He's sure to try and sabotage our plans by any means at his disposal. So everyone needs to bring their A game.
With our foe being from Mondstadt, it's our duty as Mondstadters to defeat him.
And since the Wild Hunt is involved, the Lightkeepers will provide their full support.
The Clink Clink Krumkake craft shop will also help in any way we can.
So what do they need me here for? Wait, I think maybe I signed a contract at some point.
Ah, great. Knew I could count on you all. Lastly, our friend from the Curatorium of Secrets will provide intel and relay battlefield communications. Looking at you, Yehoda.
So, you'll be darting back and forth across the battlefield, dodging the Wild Hunt and...
Rating for Yehoda updated. Higher quality ingredients will...
Darn it! I should have known.
I'll deal with the second Wolf Spirit fragment, which we already know the location of. The Traveler? Could you join me in retrieving Fragment 2? I have a feeling that your unique constitution might come in handy. All right, time is of the essence. Let's move out, people. Dismissed!
Burn it down!
Didn't you say Fragment 2 was supposed to be right here? Where the heck is it?
Seems like we've run into a slight hindrance. Can I leave this to you, Honorary Knight? Traveler, Paimon, when this is all over, I'm gonna invite you around for a drink of...
Whoa, whoa! Stop thinking about Mondstadt's wine and keep your head in the game! You can't be daydreaming about alcohol before a battle!
Huh? Well, all right, just trying to lift our spirits a little. You want to see some photos I took of me and the knights before the expedition, maybe?
Shut up, shut up, shut up! Can't we please just focus on finding the wolf spirit fragment?
this what we're looking for?
I once got Boreas to explain to me how he stores his soul inside objects. All I need to do is transfer it to my sword. Just like back at the camp, but this time, you'd best step back a bit, just in case.
So, you're saying you don't know how to love people, and you don't understand human love either. Sorry, I just think the fact you're ruminating on this is all the proof you need that you... I have a funny feeling that by the time this journey ends, you'll have found your own...
No, you're wrong. There is no redemption at the end of this path. Even if I am stained black with blood, my conscience will remain as white as snow. If pledging allegiance to the Abyss is the only way to sever the injustice of fate, then I shall serve in its name.
Ugh! Oh, sure enough, this place has been corrupted by Roland's will. Whew. I'm fine. I was prepared for this. It wasn't enough to pose a serious threat. We got here just in time. The fragment hasn't been fully corrupted yet. Assuming we can undo the damage, it should still be... Purifying the abyssal corruption would definitely be a safer... Could you try reversing the corruption? Not purifying it, exactly, but...
So, keep the Roland part intact as well as the wolf spirit part?
Firstly, to test whether it's possible. And secondly, to view Roland's memories. As they say, know thyself, know thy... Let me think. How is it explained? Ha 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 ha!
Huh. Sounds like something a certain tone-deaf bard would come up with when he can't...
I thought it might mean some traveler. When you were in Natland, you went fishing for ancient names, correct? If I'm not mistaken, the Night Kingdom was like a river flowing with concepts, and you were trying to capture the...
Okay, but back then, we had a boat and a net. This time, we don't have anything at all.
This wolf spirit fragment is like a puddle compared to the Night Kingdom. No need for a boat. As for a net...
Thoughts and emotions are like interwoven threads. They can create a net, or they can create a rope. They can separate love from hatred, and they can bind objects and events together. Thought is the anchor for a being's existence, through which emotions are drawn forth.
Also, we barely know anything about rope.
Well, maybe you could try this.
What is it? It looks...
It's an unsent letter, written by the wolf pup Rostam, Knight of Boreas, from 500 years ago. It was meant for his disciple, the White Knight Roland. After Rostam lost his life in the Abyssal Calamity, Roland left Mondstadt to wander to Vat. Grandmaster Arundelen had but trying to track Roland down was like chasing a shadow. He never did find him. And so this letter has been sitting at the Knights of Favonius headquarters ever since.
Quite the antique, then. But how exactly is it?
Yeah.
Hey!
Eh. But anyway, don't they say that poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts? Can't hurt to give it a try, surely. Whoa. It actually worked?
You really are making this up as you go along!
So the assimilation of souls really can be reversed, just like he said.
If what you say is true, the monsters I've slain, the justice I have sought to uphold, a great and ancient kingdom was wrongfully cursed. The code of chivalry tolerates not such. If Abyss be thy name, I pledge.
And that is where the blood-stained knight's tale came to an end. With that, he bade his humanity farewell. I dare say you must find it quite ironic, Knight of Boreas.
That I... Dainsleif? No. Bore a striking resemblance, but that wasn't him.
If Abyss be thine...
And that is where the blood-stained knight's tale came to an end. With that, he bade his humanity farewell. I dare say you must find it quite ironic, Knight of Boreas.
That I... While we gazed into the past, he was gazing right back at us. Could it be? So that's what happened. After leaving Mondstadt and wandering the land, Roland ventured underground and saw a revelation from the... Once he had learned of Conria's fate, he saw the gods' judgment as the greatest injustice. So he's giving them his knowledge. Can replicate him.
Uh-oh.
I'm inclined to agree. If our enemy could see the future, both the Wild Hunt and Roland would be acting with far... But even without the Visionary's input, Roland still has an intel every minion of the Wild Hunt serves as Roland's eyes and ears. We need to think... And on that note, I have a plan I want to discuss with you. Well, the fewer people who know, the less likely it is to get leaked. Besides... that about covers it. Sorry to... No plan is free of risks. At least this one actually gives us a shot at fully eliminating the danger posed by this ancient god. If I fail, Anselm and Albedo can take the reins. Not to mention we still have Jean and Monst.
Oh, there has to be another way!
If only there were. But I don't think our enemy will give us enough time to find one.
Hey! Are you guys done here yet?
Ah, Yehoda! Yes, we've successfully retrieved the Wolf Spirit fragment here. Any progress with Fragment 3?
Nope. It's a total disaster! More Wild Hunt monsters than I've seen in my whole life! We need backup urgently! Come quick!
Come on, we're out of time. You'll just have to trust me on this one. What can I say? I'm not the Grand Master for... Fill me in. What's the situation?
We ran into resistance almost as soon as we set off. Albedo said...
Good call. Look...
well, it seems the enemy figured as much too. Now, before we ran into trouble, this is the search area we decided. The two teams are holed up here and here. They should have...
But the Wild Hunt is stopping them from relaying messages back, right? Do we have any more troops available to provide backup?
We can't spare troops from any of the fronts right now.
The logistics company.
Hanefa!
Designated drop point reached. Initiating situation report. The logistics company was assisting Aino with the production of the strategic reserve. But after learning of the situation on the front line, they requested to be
Amazing. Just in the...
Hey!
I regret to say the logistics company has very limited provisions. Only enough for...
Both. Once one team has been rescued, the remaining forces will be free to support the other. We'll move out immediately. Yehoda, keep up the good work with the comms.
Sure thing.
Something's not right. The Wild Hunt's offensive doesn't seem to be getting any weaker as the battle goes on. Don't get dragged into the enemy's rhythm. Logistics company, scout out the area.
Yes, sir. Reporting in, sir. We've identified viable sites for deploying
Good. Wait for my signal.
Logistics company, deploy!
Grandmaster! Honorary Knight! Thank goodness you're here.
Be careful. There's no end to these monsters. However many we kill, more keep coming.
Just as I thought. Well, they're about to get a shock to the system. We'll wipe them out faster than they can replenish their numbers. We just have to hold on until the logistics company is ready. Splash!
Was that the signal to say they're ready?
Splash! Burn! Up the ante! It's showtime! Fall back!
Yes, sir!
Up the ante! Maria sweeping in! Ready? Fire! The enemy has sustained heavy casualties. Should be a while before they're strong enough to pose a real threat again. Use this time to catch your breath and...
Yes, sir. We've narrowed down the search area for the final fragment to this zone here.
That's not exactly very narrow.
We split the search area between us and the Retnik.
Either way, I was about to...
Absolutely.
We've run right through our supplies. We'll stay here and deal with anyone. Now that they've lost their numerical advantage, they're no match for us. Focus on
Ugh. Looks like the same situation here. They just keep coming, wave after wave.
Reinforcements. Hey, you keep them busy while we work on getting rid of this god-awful mist.
Understood. Everyone got that? It's up to us to hold...
Yes, sir!
Up the ante! Up the ante! Charge! Thunder! Hey, running out of steam. Now's your chance.
Affirmative. Sorry to keep you waiting.
That's their source. It was hidden in the mist.
Knights of Favonius, charge!
Maria sweeping in!
Ooh, I'm glad that's finally over.
Brave knights, on behalf of the Lightkeepers, I thank you for your assistance.
There's no need to be so formal. When it comes to the Abyss, we're all in this together.
Very well. We've narrowed down the search area for the final fragment to this zone here.
Yes! Now it feels like we're...
I'll say. We're sure to face fierce resistance from the Wild Hunt, though.
It would be our pleasure, Mr. Varka.
Much obliged. All The hiding in the mist trick again. These guys must be easily amused. You all know the drill. The Knights of Favonius will engage the enemy while the Lightkeepers dispel the mist. Everyone, follow my signals.
Yes, sir! Charge! Thunder! Up the ante!
Lightkeepers, prepare to dispel the mist.
Knights of Favonius, charge! Shred 'em! Thunder! Charge! Burn! Flash! Up the ante! Up the ante! Maria sweeping in! Burn! Thunder! Up the ante!
This Wild Hunt doesn't know when to give up. Traveler!
Mr. Varka, leave this to us.
just like last time. Only a Knight of Boreas can deal with a wolf spirit, right?
Don't underestimate us, Grandmaster. We can hold our own.
Ha! That's the spirit. Stay on your toes. Either we all march back to Mon... The final fragment is right there. Don't let me down.
It seems you have collected them all, Knight of Boreas.
Yeah, and with no corrupted fragments or ambushes along the way. I have to commend your chivalry, Sir Roland.
A true knight does not resort to underhanded tactics. Were this body not a false one created by the Wild Hunt, nor would I countenance those monsters to taint our duel with their presence. If you need a moment to rest, take it. Victory will be mine.
Save your breath! If you want to fight, let's fight!
As you wish. Then let us settle our unfinished...
Is everyone all right?
My granny fights better than these rookies. It's Egbert I'm worried about. You still alive?
For a moment there.
Hey, stay put, you guys. Leave the rest to us.
Forget us. We can take care of ourselves.
You're the only one still standing. Honorary Knight, find the Grand Master.
We can't lose our Varka! Please! You have to...
You're holding back, Knight of Boreas. This duel does no justice to the way of chivalry. I wield the power of a god, while you do... Your plan is doomed to fail. How can a...
You're on to me already, huh?
Andrias's question, Boreas's answer. The means to bear the false path may be wide and welcoming. Only destroy... It's over. Your sword lies shattered. The wolf spirit and the thoughts you blindly placed your faith in have nowhere left to dwell. Join me and pledge your allegiance to the Abyss, Knight of Boreas.
For the next part, it's over to you. Outlander who caught the wind. The sword is unbroken, but I can't sense the wolf's... Looks like I'm no longer in reality. This must be a space built from the entangled... There's no way back. And all that lies ahead is... Guess the only way is through. A Favonius sword? Who left this here?
Lonely warrior. Take me to see him.
No matter the epoch, the world is awash with corruption and injustice. I have aided the oppressed and righted many wrongs. I have slain sinners and delinquents. I have slaughtered tyrants and demons. But however mighty one's blade, before the great injustice of fate, a mere mortal can but bow their head. There is only one way to save them.
Who are you really trying to convince?
Stormwind! Stormwind!
Is this the Fairest Shadow?
The title of Boreas must find an heir.
The scent that reeks of blood appears to be getting stronger. Looks like I can just jump right over these obstacles.
Try to keep up!
On me! Huh?
No matter the epoch, the world is awash with corruption and injustice. Even the most fearless hero cannot fight what fate has ordained. And even the holiest god cannot escape the shackles that bind them. Lupus Boreas, if you still harbor love for humanity, then you must surely know. There has only ever been one way to save them from injustice. Surrender to the Abyss.
Malicious lies! Stormwind! 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 Maria sweeping in!
My old friend. This is not where your path ends. You must continue on.
This wind feels less than welcoming. I'd better take shelter. On me. I can't hide from it!
You must deliver it.
Your path cannot end here.
You draw near to the heart of the wolf.
Even if you had an army of 10,000 men, in the end, you must face this fight alone. Lonely warrior. Step forward.
Is this the heart of the wolf? Roland!
After countless bloody battles, trials, tribulations, and hardships, I, with my mortal flesh and blade, attained power to rival that of the gods. But you know better than I that a mortal's prime is fleeting. In 5 years, maybe 10, age will snatch your strength. The power you take such pride in will fade to naught, disappearing like dust in the wind. Your fame will be as fleeting as firewood beneath the starry sky, lit at dusk, dead by dawn. Utterly insignificant.
Oh yeah? Be that as it may, the fires that burn down here blaze more brilliantly than the light of 1,000 stars.
They blaze for but a moment. 100 years from now, your earthly flame will be long snuffed out. And those you once illuminated will be left cowering in the cold and empty night.
Ha! No. They'll remember me in 100 years, just as I remember all of you from centuries ago. That's the thing about firewood. From the embers of a dying flame, a new fire arises, burning bigger and brighter than ever before.
Knight's duty is to save others, not demand things from them. How can one call themselves a knight while placing their hopes in generations to come?
Well, as long as I put an end to you here and now, I won't need to rely on anyone else. Now, show yourself, Roland!
Put an end to me? Your body and mind are already at the limit of what they can bear. It is only a matter of time before they yield and crumble. But if this is your final request... I shall do as you wish.
Huh. You're not quite how I imagined you. You don't seem half as crazed as the
Not once have I strayed from the righteous path. But when I look at you...
I guess we have that much in common. Neither of us are at our peak.
The ray here of Solmari's forces have been defeated. And the Roland I wield the power that Roland did at his peak. But therefore,
Huh. The world out there can bear no more.
No words otherwise. Why would you pin up? But now the blade that once housed, you no longer have the means to change the situation.
Huh. Maybe you're partly right. But I think I might just have a shot at a rescue.
What do you mean?
There's only one person's mind I need to change, and it isn't yours. Forgetting where we are? This... Andreas! Can you hear me? Wake up! You are the great god of the Northwind! How long will you allow yourself to suffer?
If this is your final gambit, I am... Grand displays of heartfelt wishes cannot summon miracles. Return. Return to the ley lines. This is my choice. Is this the answer that I found?
Andreas, at long last, I have delivered your token back into...
A knight of Boreas. Watch on. This is all that a wolf can hope to do for humankind.
On behalf of all humanity, I thank you, Lord of Wolves.
Boreas is returning to the ley lines. But why? Your sword is broken. You no longer have the means to bear his soul. Unless...
Begging for miracles is a futile endeavor. I know better than that. But a sword is just one kind of vessel. There are other ways to store a soul.
The Dominator of Wolves once bestowed the power of his soul upon his pack, strengthening their hearts and sharpening their claws and fangs.
Even if it is not my intention, the soul of Lupus Boreas.
If a mortal heart is to bear the soul of a god, this is a path that cannot be retraced. Yet,
Your heart, your soul, they are collapsing. Now I see.
You were wondering how a lamb could tame the heart of a wolf. Isn't that right? Here's my answer. You get the wolf.
The wolf spirit within the sword was merely a decoy. The true thoughts and memories were carried within to avoid arousing my suspicion. You deliberately allowed Lupus Boreas' soul to assimilate your own, then be devoured by me.
Compared to Lupus Boreas' decision,
You have a stubborn will, and employed an exceptional strategy. But your soul is now merged with that of Andreas. When he neither Barbados nor the Traveler will be able to anchor your soul from within the... You have lost. And so have I. Regrettably, may your soul rest in peace with Boreas, lonely warrior.
Haha! Lone? Sorry to disappoint you, but as much as it sounded like the perfect ending for both of us to... The fact is that, unlike the true Roland of the past, I still have I'm not ready to accept my fate just yet.
Ding dong! You've got mail!
Until I return, I leave them in your care. The Knights of Favonius will always welcome you. Come on! To Mondstadt!
Dear Grandmaster.
To Varka. To Varka.
Family.
Low pig call.
Poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts. Make sure they all get delivered, Outlander who caught the wind.
Grandmaster.
Master.
Varka. Varka.
Go Varka! He's the right one!
For Varka.
The thoughts of others anchor you, reversing the assimilation. Using your connections, relying on outside help. This is not the way of a knight. The Abyss can sustain me no longer. But now, countless souls who died unjustly will emerge to prevent your return. If you believe in your path, then grant them release. Carve your way out through bloodshed. Varka, mightiest knight of Boreas.
This is how it ends. Throw the plan out of the window. Fight my way to victory. Well, that suits me just fine!
A knight is always true to their word. So please, keep your promise and return victorious.
You are not alone. Right back at you, Varka.
Burn! Thunder!
North wind blows southward. Guide you on your journey home.
Leave it all to me.
That's gonna leave us a kick.
There's an ice-cold drink with your name on it. Ready when you are.
Don't go dying in a place like this, Varka.
Thunder! On me. Try to keep up. Try to keep up.
Fly home to us, Grandmaster!
Try to keep up.
Spread your wings and soar toward a new dawn.
Fate's chosen Lupaka.
One final battle.
Walk forward and do not look back.
Varka, now I know the meaning of my name.
After the lengths you've made everyone go for you, you'd better make sure to thank us all properly when you get back.
You know, I have a lot of things to update you on. But they can wait until you're back.
I have no intention of returning to the Knights of Favonius. But I trust you will find a way to manage on your own.
Grandmaster, we're all waiting for you.
I'm not doing too bad a job as Grandmaster, am I? I'll take that silence as your approval. Everything you swore to protect with your lives, it's all still here, safe and sound. The Knights of Favonius, Mondstadt, and the oath sworn by every knight. I'll protect them all with my life. And so, I'll deliver that letter on your behalf. I know it's just a shadow of the real Roland, but if you have the time, could you please read it for him? Rostam and Arundelen, they never forgot you. Phew. This has been one long expedition. From here on out, I think I'll let the wind lead. Hey, everyone. It's been a mighty long time. I'm thrilled to see you all again.
Welcome back, Grandmaster.
Yeah. I'm home. It's been a while since I felt this wind on my face. Just how I remember. So, is there anything you'd like to talk about? Now's your chance before I get dragged off to the office. This sword was just a decoy. carried his soul in my own heart. That was the plan I was most certain would work. The second half, though, using everyone's thoughts to guide me back out of the ley lines?
All jokes aside, what would you have done if the Traveler hadn't been able to separate the wolf spirit from Roland's influence?
Initially, I was planning to have Barbados carry out that step. Turns out our trust was not misplaced. Then, I guess we'd have had to get Barbados to send a wind to blow me back home. But it would have come at a heavy price, and with no guarantee of success. It's a good question. A glass of the finest dandelion wine, perhaps? No doubt I'd have to pay for it with a...
You're dreaming if you think...
It's been a while since I felt this wind on my face. Well, with the shadow of Roland vanquished, the Wild Hunt won't be able to consolidate their forces. A few knights will remain on rotation at the Nodcry stronghold, but everyone else will be sent home in waves. Albedo and Durin will come back with the first wave, so you should have the chance... It's been a while since I felt this wind on my future. You may already have learned of this from Correct. Although, as things stand now, I believe we may have changed the course. Still, after I've tied up some loose ends with the Knights of Favonius, I'll need to... Besides, the first group of knights who volunteered to stay...
Ah, how noble. But be honest. Wait.
I'm only pulling your leg. You'll be seeing a lot more of me in Mondstadt from now on. It's been a while since I felt this wind. Or anything you'd like to talk about? All right, then. I'm gonna stay here and enjoy the breeze for a little longer. For all the wine in the world, there's no feeling as intoxicating as the wind from your hometown after a long time away.